book assignment. Tomorrow we're going to do a worksheet, but you got to bring your book because we're going to correct your homework. We're going to do an online on Wednesday. Thursday, we are going to do an online practice because Friday you're going to have a quiz. So angles and triangles are the only two things. Last week, all we worked with were angles, so those different angle relationships. And then this week, we're working with triangles these 3 days. Then you'll have a quiz on Friday. Somebody else tell me what Friday is.
Quiz.
The last day of the quarter, right? It is the last day of the quarter. So this quiz will still go in second quarter's grades, just so you know. That means we are halfway through the school year. Isn't that crazy? We are halfway through the school year. Okay, now you guys don't have school on Monday. Do you remember that? Or do you know that?
Yeah.
Mr. Breest and I are going to sacrifice our day and be here all day for meetings just so you guys can have the day off. You can thank us later, okay? Anybody? You're welcome. You're absolutely welcome. Okay. Page 390. 390. 390. Thanks, Tone. 390. Triangle right here. How many sides does a triangle have? 3 sides. Okay, I got you. Okay, 3 sides of a triangle. Today's main idea, the sum of the measures of the interior angles of a triangle is 180. Sum means we're going to add. We're going to add together the 3 inside angles of a triangle, and they always get set equal to 180 every single time. So we're going to write little mini equations today over and over and over. Okay? So for example, number 1, it's kind of hard to see on my screen. I think it's easier to see in your book. They have a red triangle right here. One angle is X, one angle is 55, and one angle is this box, which means what? 90 degrees. So they said X plus 55 plus 90 equals 180. Then they combined like terms. They added 55 and 90 together to get 145. Then subtracted 145 to the other side. Bless you. The missing angle is 35 degrees. Okay, let's do got it A over here on the left-hand side. In triangle XYZ, X is 72 degrees, Y is 74 degrees. What is angle Z? What are the 3 angle names in this triangle? X, Y, and Z. Our rule says X plus Y plus Z always adds together to equal 180. Question, Tone? You were going to say the answer. I apologize. How about this? How many degrees is angle X? Very good. 72. How many degrees is angle Y? 74. And angle Z is the one we don't know, so we're going to leave it angle Z. Okay? Now, you have to show me by solving equations here. What is my next step? Very good. Combine our like terms. 72 plus, say it again, 146 plus Z equals 180. How'd you get that? What's my next step, though? You should be writing this down. Leon?
Like you subtract 146.
Very good. Subtract 146 to the other side. Is he right at, what do you say, 34? That'll be fine. Thank you, Sam. Okay, let's do something crazy here. Let's jump to page 392 to that guided practice. I want you to do number 1 all on your own right now. It's exactly what we just did. Set up that equation just like we did. Do you need me to flip backwards so you can see it again? All your angles added together equal 180 degrees. Set it up as an equation. Did you set it up as an equation? Gotta set it up as an equation. Do you need a calculator? No. Do you need a calculator? Oh, you got one. Zayden, do you have a calculator or do you need one?
Easy answer for you. Thank you.
You are very welcome. Okay, I'm going to flip back here so everybody sees what you should be writing. You should be writing all three angles added together equal 180. Miss Marilyn, what did you write as your equation, your very first step? Nicely done. 75 plus 60 plus x equals 180. Tegan, what's my next step then?
You gotta add 75.
And when you add those together, what do you get?
130.
135, right? Bryce, what's my next step? Very good. And when you subtract 135, x equals 45. Nicely done. Nicely done. Now, you have to show me this or you're not going to earn credit for it. You have to show me this. Okay? Now that we've warmed up, do number 2. Same exact thing. Go and do number 2. Is that a sneeze? Bless you, I think. Sarah, what did you set up your equation to look like on number 2? Bless you. Nicely done. I love it. Liana, what would be her next step, or what would be your next step in this? And what do you get? Very good. And Tone, what's your last step then? Very good. Subtract 90 to the other side. So x ends up being 90 degrees. Very good. And a lot of you are going like, please tell me this is all this is today, Miss Hoff, right?
Yes.
Please tell me. I'm going to give you one tiny curveball, but you guys are killing this, so it's going to be really easy. Okay? Are you going to strike out? You're not good with curveballs? You could hit a curveball? All right, all right. Flip it back a page. We're going to go back to page 390 at the very bottom where it says example number 2. Add 70 and 20 together. So x plus 90. Just leave what you have right there. You'll be okay. We'll come back to it. And go right here. The measures of the angles of triangle ABC are in the ratio 1:4:5. What are the measures of the angles? So what they did is they took all three angles and they divided out the same number and they got the numbers all the way down to 1:4:5. So when you see the word ratio, an alarm goes off on your head that you need to multiply by x. So you take your numbers. I really wish they would have put a 1 right here. 1 times x, 4 times x and 5 times x. Everybody see your 1, 4, 5? Same thing as my ratio. Now, this is just solving an equation. They all have x's, so we add them together. 1 plus 4 is 5, plus another 5 is 10. Divide both sides by 10, and I get 18. But 18 is not my final answer. 18 is the number that I divided out, so I have to multiply that back in. 18 times 1 is 18. 18 times 4 is 72. 18 times 5 is 90. How could I ever check that these three are correct in my answers? Okay. I don't necessarily want to do it again. Courtney? What would be an easy way to double check that these are the angles to my triangle? Add them together, and what should they equal? 180, because they're a triangle, right? So an easy way when you're done is to double check, is to add those back up, and they should equal 180. Okay? Let's go to the top of page 391. Got it, B. Not today. The measures of the angles of the triangle LMN are in the ratio 2, 4, 6. There's that word ratio. What are the measures of the angles? When I see the word ratio, that means I need to put an X behind all of those numbers. So my equation would be 2x plus 4x plus 6x equals 180. Now we're combining like terms. 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 6 more is 12x equals 180. Then I should divide by 12 on both sides. X equals 15. Am I done? Now I got to multiply. Sam, what do I need to multiply? Very good. 2 times 15 is what? 30 degrees. Now what do I have to multiply? 4 times 15, which is 60. And then 6 times 15 is 90. Yep. Addison, remind me how I could double check that I did that correctly. Add it up. 30 plus 60 is 90. Plus another 90 is 180. Okay, so we're still setting it equal to 180. The ratio just means you're going to have an X with it. You're going to have an X with it. Okay? I'm going to give you... hold on a second. I'm going to give you another one here before I turn you loose. Okay. Let's go to page, back to where we were, 392, guided practice number 3. The measures of the angles of triangle LMN are in the ratio 1 to 5. 392, number 3, guided practice. What are the measures of the angles? Okay, when I see that word ratio, what does it remind me? I got to put the X's behind those numbers. So, can you set my equation up for me? 1x plus 2x plus equals 180. Nicely done. Somebody what's my next step? What should I do next? Add them all together. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 5 is 8x equals 180. Then I divide by 8. And everybody goes, oh, I think we screwed up, Miss Hoff, because it's a decimal. It's okay. It's okay if it's a decimal. You said 22.5, right? Okay, 22.5. Now, am I done? No, what do I do now? 1 times 22.5 equals 22.5. 2 times 22.5 is, say it again, 45. And then 5 times 22.5, 112.5. Now, one more time, how does Miss Hoff want you to double check this? Everybody grab your calculator. 22.5 plus 45 plus 112.5. What do you get? 180. You should get 180. You should get 180.
What's the answer?
The angles are all 3 of these right here. Well, you didn't write anything down. So when you don't know how to do that problem, we're not going to be a lot of help. That's all you're doing today. Can you handle that?
Yeah.
Okay. Top of 393. Here's your homework. Miss Hoff was going to look this up, and I don't think she ever did. She did not. You did? Now make sure you're writing an equation on all of them. Sorry, Miss Hoff should have already had this written down. She totally forgot. 1 through 4. 9 and 17 through 24. What? That is not that many problems.
Guys, stop complaining.
What?
Guys, stop complaining.
1 through 4, 9, 17 through 24. And we will be around to check it as you go. You have to write equations, though.